TTTV Channel 71. With me today is County Commission candidate Joe Richards. Joe, thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Now, we've been doing Trinidad now for a while, and it's usually for political candidates. And the thing is, people come and go. There's a lot of people that have lived here their whole life, but not everybody knows you. So to whatever extent you want, we don't need to know your grades in grade school. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Great. Well, my family is very similar to the families around here in that they were settled in western Pennsylvania in the early 1800s, and they were coal miners and steel workers and ranchers and farmers. So we have a little bit of camaraderie there in our backgrounds from our family's ancestries. But I was born in Philadelphia and went to school there and went to college down in Lynchburg, Virginia. My oldest daughter developed rheumatoid arthritis when she was 7, so I had to decided to relocate to Arizona for her health, and it really helped. We got her off the drugs and into more of a natural, holistic approach to her arthritic condition. Mm-hmm. So we kind of settled there. I have 2 daughters, Devin and Amy. Devin's a graduate of Northern Arizona University and ASU, has a master's in special education. And my youngest daughter, Amy, works for a company in Arizona as a manager. Okay. So that's the long and short of it. My business background started back in the Philadelphia area. I started in construction as I worked a night shift at a steel mill while I was going to high school. Worked third shift and went to high school at the same time. Then when I got out of high school, I went right into construction and proceeded to learn the trade. Did my apprenticeship, went through all that. I was offered a job in the office and kind of learned the business from the ground up. When I transplanted to Arizona, I went to work for Marathon Steel, which was a division of Marathon Oil, and became the youngest project manager in the history of the company. From there, I took a couple of separate jobs, working from everything from mom and pop places to major corporations. And about 1995, I went to begin my own business. I had a partner who was a CPA, and we decided to start our own steel company. We located in a small town, Wickenburg, Arizona, which is about 50 miles northwest of Phoenix, and developed a relationship with the town there and built that corporation up from just me and 2 other people to 50 employees and over $30 million in volume the last year I was there. The reason I sold the business was my partner and I got into a little dispute on the economy, and I saw this downturn coming. It's just cyclical, like coal, like oil and gas. Construction is the same way. And my wife woke me up in the middle of the night one night, and she just said, "Why don't you ask him to buy you out?" He wanted to make the company bigger, and I wanted to downsize a little bit, so we were prepared for the downturn. And 2 weeks later, I had an offer on the table, and I sold my share of the business at the peak of the market. And we continued at that time to start looking to relocate. We were ready to get out of Arizona. The kids were grown, gone, and we settled for Trinidad. And we started our move.
How did you find Trinidad? Is this a gas station stop?
My wife actually found it. We started a circle. We went in Flagstaff, Arizona. We wanted to get out of the heat. And we just kind of do a circle and did these weekend trips. And then finally she said to me, "Hey, I found this town, Trinidad, Colorado, on the map. Let's go look at it." So we did that, and we ended up staying 6 months. And then the next year we stayed 8 months.
When you came to visit?
We came to visit.
Okay.
Yeah, we just fell in love with it. We showed dogs for a long, long time, for probably 30 years, and Great Danes and Boxers. So we're used to traveling, and we have a giant fifth wheel, and we just can go to and fro. Dogs come with us. We just go crazy. Right. And the next year we bought 4 parcels of property, and just because we weren't sure exactly where we wanted to live, and the next year we stayed 8 months, and then it was 9 months, and I said, we might as well just stay here full time, and that's what we've done.
So what year was it you first came to visit?
2006.
Okay, so
yeah,
it's been a while.
It's been a while since I've been here, but been here 3 years full time.
Okay, and now you're working at the county?
Now I'm currently the county building inspector.
Okay.
Yes. and I really enjoy the job. It's been great. I had big shoes to fill. The previous county inspector was very knowledgeable and very popular, and here I am, an outsider, basically coming into a tight-knit community, and with my own set of disciplines, my own set of ideas, my own set of ways to do things. And I think it's worked out very well. I think
so. It hasn't been a problem, meeting with some of the people and saying, "Hey, here's how it should be done," or "has to be done."
No, just the opposite. Actually, I came in with a different set of disciplines because I've done work all over the country. So the way we were doing it, though it may have worked and functioned, my way, I was a little more aggressive in getting scheduling done.
Scheduling
for inspections and making sure that everything is taken care of. I reorganized the way things are reported, try to make them more efficient. And I did have some help with the ISO came in to try to develop our rating for the county.
ISO, you got to help me.
That's the Insurance Service Organization. They kind of rate your county for insurance purposes. And when I came to work here, we were a 9 out of 10. 9 being the worst, or 10 being the worst, 9 being the next worst.
Right.
And that affects our insurance rates. And I've been actually for the last 2 years working on that to get that rate down. It's starting to catch up to us. Some of my neighbors said their insurance has just gone up 30%. And so what I'm attempting to do now is get the 2009 building code passed to get in line with the city, for one thing, and it'll get our insurance rates down. And part of that had to be how our records were kept, and my training, my certification. So I went right to work on my certification and got certified as an inspector in the International Building Code and in the modular home industry. So we accomplished all that. So everything's waiting. We've got everything almost ready to go. We're just waiting for the county commissioners to make a decision whether they'll push it through.
So the insurance looks at our area. If my home is well built and well protected, and how is it if my neighbor isn't, taking care of their property? How does that affect my rates? The insurance industry looks at us as a whole. Is that what?
Well, the county is rated as a whole, but each individual structure is looked at. If I keep my records properly, and your house was built in 2004, let's pick a number,
okay.
And it's up to code and has all the safety features. Now, if your home was built in 1848 and it's an adobe home, it probably won't see much of an effect on your insurance.
Okay.
However, the newer homes that are built and the current homes that are built with all the regulations being met, then they will see an insurance drop. The auditor told me it could drop just by me being certified and us going to the 2009 code could drop it 3 to 4 points.
Okay.
So if that happens, that could be a 10 to 20% drop in insurance. I think the most important thing is it doesn't go up.
Right.
So, and we have some control over that, and we can do that. So we're working on that.
Well, that's good, and you've had a hand in that. So.
We've had a hand in that, yeah.
Good.
So,
okay.
And I've had pretty good support on getting that done. Support from the community and support from the contractors, and nobody's really fought me on it. So we've got everything ready to go, and we're like I said, I'm just waiting on the county commissioners now to kind of make up their mind and their list of priorities of when to get that done.
Okay, Joe, tell me what's your reason for running?
I'm a businessman. I'm not really a politician. And I really see a lot of things in the county that can be run more business-like and more efficiently. It bothers me to see waste. It bothers me to see things not done in an orderly manner. So I think my primary reason is I want to help. I've had a good long career in management, and for example, before I took this job as building inspector, I had 2 companies call me, one from Arizona, one from California, to ask me to come analyze their company and to go through it and decide what they can do, what the future of their company would be. And in both cases, I told them they needed to close the doors and wrap things up because the economy wouldn't support their overhead and the debt that they had. So it was time to pull the plug. One gentleman could afford to retire and just done with it or mothball it until things got better. The other one had to keep going somehow and do it. So I suggested personnel changes and reorganizing it and making his business more streamlined. I think government needs to be the same way. We need to run it like a business. It needs to be lean and mean and knowledgeable and everybody doing their fair share. I'm in a unique position because I'm a member of the union, so I'm a member of the working class in our courthouse. I'm also a department head, so I have the management skills and the management foresight in my organization. So I can see both sides of the coin, and I think there's improvement on both sides needed.
Okay. You've kind of talked about this just in what we've talked about, but what are your qualifications? What are your accomplishments? And why would you be a good county commissioner? And really, you kind of answered, but let's touch on it again.
Okay, no problem. I think my professional career speaks for itself in that I've managed companies professionally, most of my career. I've taken every company I've ever worked for was better off than the last. When I worked for Shelf Steel, it's one of the largest companies in the country right now. I had twice the workload of my peers because I just had that kind of drive. And when I ran my own business, it was the same way. I tried to teach everybody to have the same kind of ambition that I had and treat the company like it was their own. We took our shop and we took the highest standards that were in the nation and applied them to our shop so that no matter where we went in the country, we met the standards that were there. I challenged my employees to, if they did their part, I would reward them in kind with, there was bonuses at the time. You don't see a lot of bonuses in public life, but in private you do. But we had a less than 1% error rate in our shop. We had people watching out for each other. If our safety codes were violated, everybody kind of policed each other. It kept our workman's comp rates down. And so we had a lot of success there, and we always used to get dividend checks back from workman's comp, and I shared those profits and those monies with my employees. So part of it is getting your arms around it and get your own house in order here, and I think that's where the county is right now. I think we're in a little bit of chaos with no administrator. We need a good administrator in there working things out, and we have to work as a unit. In the 2 years I've been there, we've had one staff meeting that I'm aware of. We need to work together. We need to know it. And to get to work together, you have to know each other, and you have to trust each other, and you have to help each other with overlapping responsibilities. So with that being said, I think that's what I bring to the table. I think I bring those organizational skills. I have a mindset for doing. I'm a marketer. I'm a salesman. I can do a little bit of everything, and I think that's what a county commissioner needs to be. I think you need to represent your county at a high level. And bring something to the table other than just going through the motions of doing your duty as a county commissioner.
Okay, excellent. Well, we're going to cut this off here because we want to do this in segments so we can put this on YouTube while our channel is off. So this is a good place to take a break. Everyone, I'm Tom Murphy, and this is Trinidad Now on TTTV. We'll be right back.